I'm Nagaris Johnson, and I'm studying art, technology, and emerging communication here at University of Texas at Dallas. We're here to talk about my gold record that I just received from the RIAA for my work that I did on Quavo Huncho from the hip-hop group Migos. I got a call from Mike Dean, and if you don't know who Mike Dean is, he's the guru of audio engineering from Houston. So he calls me, he lets me know that Normani is in town and she needs to record this record for Quavo's album. I'm like, hands down, I'm with it, let's go. So we had hours to the deadline. We got started around 8 o'clock at night and we finished around 4:30 in the morning. We had to record the song, we had to mix it and send it off to mastering to get it complete. So high pressure, but everybody was working on all cylinders, and you know, when you know what you're doing, it's a piece of cake. The way ATEC empowered me to maneuver through this situation was understanding signal flow, understanding how things are routed, understanding sound design, understanding what we needed to capture and the quality of what we needed to capture. The emerging communication classes really allow me to shine within the career field that I'm in. With ATEC, in its prime example of doing graphic design, content management, all these different things allows you to be a holistic artist and create your vision and create your artwork, and helps you communicate it properly. From coming to ATEC and understanding how sound creates the narrative, and then going to the emergency communication classes and seeing how to create a narrative really helps an artist be able to shape their own narrative to navigate within the industry. What I do is music in surround sound, immersive innovations. So come here, perfect my craft in a wonderful environment here at University of Texas, got me on my way.
My name is Katie Reiser, and I graduated from ATEC in spring of 2018. My capstone project, the full name of the zine was Langford's Guide to Creatures, Critters, and Cryptids, How to Not Get Eaten by La Lechuza. And it's a project that ties in old forms of traditional communication, like folk tales, with new ones like new media and illustration and storytelling, to give kind of a new perspective on an old story.
John, if you'll bring it down.
One key design element that I decided on from the beginning was that I wanted the colors of the entire zine to start with daylight and end with sunset. So I based a lot of my design choices on that. And then also it was important to include Texas elements, you know, creating a Texas fantasy world. So learning how to draw cactuses and cedar trees and mesquite trees so that it would create a cohesive aesthetic of the version of Texas that I know. And I actually had a really nice experience of somebody coming up to me who was from the Valley and said that she was really appreciative that the story got to be told to more people. So that warmed my heart a lot. La Lechuza won Best Capstone in spring of 2018. When I first came to ATEC and I found out about the capstone celebration, I was like, oh, that'd be so cool to get to present on the celebration stage. And so to actually win it was very surreal. I was in kind of the back of the crowd, and I remember just going, it's me, and then I had to like shoved up there a little bit. It was very surreal, but very exciting. I think I held it together and breathed and didn't get too shaky. And definitely seeing my paintings on the huge screen on the stage was pretty cool.
In a world that's always changing.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the processional.
Good morning. Before we begin the formal ceremony, let me remind you to silence your cell phones and be mindful also of those around you and be quietly attending to the speakers throughout the ceremony. Of course, there's a lot of cheering that's going to be involved, but no telephones. During the presentation of graduates, we encourage you to express your pride by applauding and cheering. This is a wonderful day for everyone, graduates, parents, family, and friends. Thank you for being here. Please enjoy the ceremony. Good morning. My name is Nils Roma, and I'm the Interim Dean of the School of Arts, Technology, and Emerging Communication at UT Dallas. It is my privilege to congratulate you on your graduation. Welcome to you, your family, and friends, especially those who have also traveled from far to be here with us, as well as everyone who's particularly smaller and here with us as well. I want to make sure that they also feel welcome. Commencement is something we look forward to every year, but this year probably more than ever. You made it. You are finally here. The class of 2022 has overcome obstacles that we would have never had to imagine before. You've successfully completed your courses on campus, off campus, in person, virtually, and even in hybrid modes. And yes, you made it. You are here, and for that you should be proud. I think you should probably sit down at this point. Right, that feels a lot better. Otherwise, this would have been a long ceremony. Because I just had been at the sentence, you stand at the threshold of a new beginning, and you will be great. We know this because each one of you has a critical mind and an ability to create. Creativity indeed is the foundation on which you have honed skills, refined techniques, and perfected your craft. Each of you has been called creative at one point or another. Your skills will continue to be important to our societies as we live in what some have called the fourth industrial revolution, where creativity has become the primary determinator of economic value. As the famous physician Edward de Bono once said, there's no doubt that creativity is the most important human resource of all. Without creativity, there would be no progress, and we would be forever repeating the same patterns. The evolution of the economic landscape has led now to new hybrid jobs that require creative thinkers who can connect the dots, synthesize information across disciplines, and innovate in order to imagine what comes next. Yes, industries understand that they cannot outsource this variability, and so they will be looking at you. Being creative is being, though, also disruptive. And this is a good thing. It's about finding new solutions to the world's most pressing challenges. Creators work collaboratively to develop ideas that most people never knew they wanted or needed. You will do all of this. You will step outside yourselves and test new ideas, find new answers, and make a difference like creative people do. Now, with all of that comes along also a fair amount of failures. Failures are very much part of our lives and also part of our ultimate successes. As Maya Angelou once said, you may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, and how you can still come out of it. Many of our greatest minds had to experience this kind of defeat and overcoming before they were able to put their ideas into action. And I encourage you to do that as well. So you too must persevere, because it's the creative who understand the context of the arts in this world. You bring the forward thinking, the critical, and the aesthetic powers to the table, and it takes courage to put all of that to work. You will make a difference in communities around the world. You will contribute to the well-being of our society, because in addition to your creative abilities and your critical minds and courage, you are prepared. Here, you learned to analyze, create, and communicate. You also possess now the tenacity, the resilience, and the motivation, and obviously the passion to pursue your ideals to shape our futures. You understand it's not just what you think, it's how you think and what you do. It is who you are. I thank you for your voices and for the impact you will make on us and our futures here, there, as well as globally. We certainly will need all of you going forward. Class of 2022, congratulations. You've shown us what it means to be a comet. We will follow you as you continue to light the way toward a brighter future. Whoosh! Was not so bad, came without warning, but I now have the privilege of introducing colleagues that are joining us today. I ask them to stand and remain standing, and I ask the audience to hold applause until the introductions are complete. Dr. Kim Knight, Area Head for Critical Media Studies for the School of Arts, Technology, and Emerging Communication. Might as well practice the applause. Professor Christy Nielsen, Associate Undergraduate Dean for the School of Arts, Technology, and Emerging Communication. And of course, our distinguished faculty that is here with us, if you please rise to be recognized as well. Please be seated. To introduce today's student speaker, it is my pleasure to welcome Professor Christy Nielsen, our Undergraduate Associate Dean for the School of Arts, Technology, and Emerging Communication. Professor Nielsen.
Our student speaker came to the University of Texas at Dallas in 2018 and is graduating today magna cum laude with a degree in animation. She is a first-generation graduate who has been on the Dean's List and is involved in several organizations on campus, including Animation Guild and Women in Animation. She has been an ATEC peer mentor for the Undergraduate Advising Office since 2019. In addition, she has worked on multiple ATEC lab courses along with student projects. After graduation, she plans to contribute to the animation and games industry as a visual development artist. Please welcome your classmate, Fariha Rahman.
Good morning, dear faculty, families, friends, and of course, our graduates. I'm honored to be here speaking with you today, but before I start, I would like to congratulate ATEC's graduating class of 2022. We made it. While I was extremely honored to be given the opportunity to speak today, I must admit that writing this speech was even harder than working on my final rigging assignment. When I walked through these doors 4 years ago, I did not know what to expect. It was all so new, scary, and unknown. I remember attending my first animation course, and I'm not joking when I say I was shaking in my seat thinking to myself, what did I get myself into? I had no prior knowledge about design. The industry was foreign to me, and to be honest, I knew nothing about animation. But I left that class with the biggest smile on my face and literal butterflies in my stomach. My excitement was through the roof. I finally found a place I belonged, a place packed with people who love what they do just as much as me, a place that would soon become my second home. From its quirky yellow lockers to the widely anticipated Halloween Spooktacular to the amazing people that make it feel like family, ATEC is not an institution, it's home. Although, with tech in the name, you would think we would at least have some more outlets in the building. Here at ATEC, collaboration is what we do best. It is one of the only places that can actually make group projects fun. Sitting next to us today are some of our closest friends. And as we all know, a wise sponge once said, F is for friends who do stuff together. These friends who made this journey not only enjoyable, but extraordinary. I can proudly say I have never met a more welcoming and hardworking group of people. We might have complained about the sleepless nights, the crunch times, and dreadful assignments. But hey, at least we had lemma coffee and the coolest space on campus to help us get through it. But all jokes aside, it's time for us to step into the real world. Every single person in this room is a pioneer in their own right. We are all here today because art has played a central role in our lives. We know the magnitude of influence that art has, and now we have the privilege to create in those same spheres. This is no small feat. If anyone can do it, it's us. Today, as we walk out these doors for the last time, we will start a new chapter of our lives. Today, we will step into the real world as professionals, as leaders, and creatives. I don't know what the future holds or where life may take us, but I know that each and every one of us is destined for greatness. The future may not always go as planned, and failure is inevitable. It is a necessary part of our journey towards growth and success. So when life gets hard, I hope you can come back to this very moment and remember all that you have achieved. I mean, think about it. We lived through a pandemic, kind of still are, survived Microsoft Teams, all the while making it through college. The class of 2022 is a different breed. The creativity at ATech is infectious, and we've all been infected by it. Who knows? There just might be some super spiders lurking around, but we all know a little radioactivity never hurt anyone. Because with great power comes great responsibility. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2022. It is now my pleasure to welcome to the podium Dr. Kim Knight, Area Head for Critical Media Studies for the School of Arts, Technology, and Emerging Communication.
Thank you, Faria. Natalie Keomonkun is an award-winning journalist at the Dallas Morning News. She's an ATech alumna, having graduated from UT Dallas in 2016 with a bachelor's in emerging media and communication. She later received her master's in journalism from the University of Southern California in 2018. At the Morning News, Natalie has covered the COVID-19 pandemic, the Black Lives Matter protests, and nonprofits and philanthropy. Please welcome Natalie Keomonkun to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Knight, for your introduction. To the members of the faculty, proud parents, family, friends, and above all, graduates, thank you for having me here today. A few weeks ago, I was reading about something called the vibe shift. It's the idea that a dominant societal norm is starting to become outdated. Sean Monahan, the guy who coined the term, is a trend forecaster, and his job is to explain these cultural concepts to larger audiences. According to Monahan, there were 3 such shifts that happened in the past 20 years, which he summarized as hipster indie, techno revival, and the most recent hypebeast woke era. I have summarized them as flower crowns, unisex fashion, and political awakenings. A new vibe shift is allegedly happening. And I think we all know in our bones that the vibes are off, you guys. I looked into this concept a little more, and what I discovered was mostly panic, anxiety, and a lot of discussion about what is considered trendy these days. A lot of people say a vibe shift is another way to say we're growing up, that it's not only inevitable, but that it's natural and a part of life. Something about this vibe shift is a little different.
In the last era, cancel culture scorched through our world with a vengeance. Social media was no longer considered a creative space, and folks were no longer interested in going to brunch. They wanted to go to protests. But now we are tired, and rightfully so. A change in societal norms is daunting and exhausting. They confront our fashion choices and challenge our beliefs. They put us face to face with our inner selves. And in every vibe shift, someone is bound to get left behind. But that doesn't have to be the case. Who's to say we aren't tired of setting and conforming to the vibes? Who's to say the vibes even matter? Class of 2022, you are in a unique position to enter this world as your own person and on your own terms. For the last 2 years, you've endured a historic pandemic during one of the most pivotal chapters in your life. During a time when you were supposed to be learning about who you are, you were learning through a screen. The pandemic hit pause on all of our lives, but it also gave us the opportunity to create a different, better world on the other side. I don't know if I can offer you any more advice than what's been given to you by those around you or by those who've spoken before me. I don't know everything you've been through to get to this moment. It's easy for me to stand up here and say things will get better when they are difficult, or that you'll get through whatever struggles that may come your way. But listen, I'm here now, and I want to share with you some lessons that have helped me. Be open-minded enough to say yes to opportunity, but also be brave enough to say no. And remember, no is a complete sentence. It's always so much better to be interested than interesting, and that will always pay off. You like what you like. Don't let society dictate your interests. You are part of the greater, fickle, ever-changing society. Be confident in who you are and who you can become. Respect yourself enough to at least be true to yourself. You owe it to your past, present, and future. Congratulations, graduates. If you decide to shift with the likeness of trends or reject them or whatever, I'd like for you all to strive to be better people for our planet, for generations to come, and for each other. Go forth and be bold. But can I just say, there are certainly excellent vibes in the room today. Thank you. I now invite to the podium Undergraduate Associate Dean for the School of Arts, Technology, and Emerging Communication, Professor Christy Nielsen.
Congratulations to our graduates and their families. Your hard work and dedication have brought you here today. I would also like to recognize your adaptability. The upheaval of the last 2 years forced us to shift at a moment's notice. Each semester brought new modalities and new ways of learning. Your ability to adapt made this day a reality, and I hope you take that with you. I would like to offer a special recognition of those students graduating with honors today. The Office of Undergraduate Education developed the Service Honors Program to recognize students whose contributions to the university community go beyond academic achievement. Specifically, to earn service honors, undergraduates must complete a minimum of 40 hours of volunteer service each semester during their tenure at UT Dallas and possess a minimum cumulative GPA of 3.25. You will notice these students are wearing medallions with blue ribbons. To earn major honors in their disciplines, students must meet criteria set by the faculty within their school. A minimum grade point average of 3.4 is required for all Latin honors. Students graduating with major honors may be wearing a stole. The grade point average that represents the top third of all graduates in a particular school is considered the threshold for awarding cum laude honors. You will notice these students are wearing medallions with green ribbons. The grade point average that represents the top 15% of all graduates in a particular school is considered the threshold for awarding magna cum laude honors. You will notice these students are wearing medallions with green and white ribbons. The grade point average that represents the top 5% of all graduates in a particular school is considered the threshold for awarding summa cum laude honors. You will notice these students are wearing medallions with orange and white ribbons. Collegium 5 is UTD's four-year honors program. CV admits approximately 300 students per year. To graduate with Collegium 5 honors, students must graduate with a 3.5 grade point average, take 24 hours of honors-related work, and complete an honors capstone thesis or project. And finally, we have Phi Kappa Phi, which is the nation's oldest, largest, and most selective all-discipline honor society. At this time, I would like to invite all students who are graduating with honors to please stand as you are able and be recognized. Please be seated. It is now my honor to certify the candidates for undergraduate degrees. Will all candidates who are to receive the bachelor's degree please rise if able and remain standing? Dean Romer, on behalf of the faculty, I certify to you that those candidates who have completed all of their academic requirements are entitled to receive their respective degrees. Candidates, please be seated. It is now my pleasure to welcome to the podium the Area Head for Critical Media Studies, Dr. Kim Knight.
Thank you, Professor Nielsen. For those earning a graduate degree, this moment is not simply about the completion of additional classes and the ticking of items off of a degree plan checklist. Rather, this moment marks the completion of your journey from undergraduate comprehension to achieving expertise in your fields. To our students earning master's degrees, you've achieved mastery over your subject matter. For students earning MFA degrees, you have added to the knowledge in your fields, and today is the day you transition from being our students to being our colleagues, but we never stop being your mentors. The graduate degree is not just about what we provide to you, you have also given in return. All of you have built relationships with faculty and peers and collaborated across the many areas of ATEC. Many of you have taught our undergraduate students, participated in labs and studios, and generously engaged in ATEC's intellectual and creative culture. The School of ATEC would not be the same without you. We thank you, and we recognize and celebrate the dedication and hard work that has culminated in the achievement of earning your graduate degrees. And I was on the admissions committee when these graduates were admitted, and I can assure you there's a lot of potential in this room. We hope you will use the understanding and wisdom you've gained here as you pursue new futures, whatever they may be. I would also like to recognize the tremendous contributions, commitments, and sacrifices of the parents, partners, children, and friends, and communities that helped you to make this day a reality. Students succeed not only because of their own efforts, but also because of the networks that support them. So to our graduates, their families, biological or chosen, and their supporting communities, congratulations and best wishes for your very bright futures. Will all candidates who are to receive master's degrees please rise as able and remain standing? Dean Romer, on behalf of the faculty, I certify that the candidates who have completed all their academic requirements are entitled to receive their master's degrees. Candidates, please be seated. And I now turn the podium back to Dean Romer.
Thank you, Professor Nielsen and Dr. Knight. As Dean, it is my privilege to congratulate and formally recognize the graduating class of 2022 for the School of Arts, Technology, and Emerging Communication. I now invite all graduates to cross the stage. Audience, please listen carefully for your graduates' names as they cross the stage by degree, but not in alphabetical order.
Now presenting your student speaker, Fariha Rahman. Graduates receiving a baccalaureate degree, please come forward as your name is called. Sunny Hung Nguyen. James Finley Kern. Xochitl Consuelo Juarez. Jennifer Haun Kim. Jamie Choa Sabiko. Michael Taylor Bryce. Piper Ann Ledoux. Navya Adapudi. Fatima Mendoza. Alexander Sukalak Youssef. Crystal Leong. Sheridan Adele Green. Keegan Alice Jones. Julia Reese Welch. Cecilia Giselle Romero. Sean Adam Waters. Andrew Philip Pensick. Andy Tran. Hope Carolyn Shawn. Emma Yusu Zhang.
Sterling Whitaker.
Marcelo Emmanuel Rocha. Sky Jasmine George Pardue. Savannah Nicole Thomas. Sarah Shariari Zavara. Kyler Thomas Stutzman. Solveig Lindy. Shelby Dean Dewweaver. Bayang Lualhati Briones Flores. Amir Abdul Qadir. Justin Allen Geralds. Sean Lee Payne. Christian James Carpenter. Ethan Cole Nelson. Patrick Annette. Pei-Ru Zhang. Yuxuan Jia. Ching Ching Sao. Jonathan Aguayo Rico. Simon N. Garcia. Eros Y. Fung. Worth Garek Carlin. Andrew Batar. Jessica Sarah Ugbeguy. Lauren Ellen Cisneros. Laisel Ria Escobar Barreda.
Leslie Hayen Bowie.
Chelsea Lynn Corbin. Clarissa Cruz Duran. Joseph Thomas Boudreau. Miriam Ahmad. Michelle Del Carmen Cadenas. Andrea Jinju Choi. Ari Philip Aronoff. Zane Christopher Thomas Alberts. Timon John Chow. Taryn Zachary Brown. Clara Teresa Avila. Emily Renee Hersker. Connor K. Hill. Carla Michelle de Angel Verano. Jonathan Ross Inyo. Sean Scott Gardner. Kushi Baiju Dalal. Adam Craig Hankins. Philip Henry Greger III. Jacob Alexander de Hoyos. Willie Thaddeus Grandison. Zhuo Heng Hu. Jessica Chia Lim. Garrett Evan Floyd. Monica Manzanares. Tristan Anthony Laliberte. Mario Ernesto Juarez. Annika Ann John. Phoebe Celeste Lovins. Miriam Nawal Hakwani. Daniel Joseph Kerber. Aaron Perry Kennard. Logan Nathaniel Latham. Zahara Kaibet. Enrico Vincent Ismael Mandanis. Drew Anthony Maynor. Hanbi Nankum Lao. Adam Wafiq Kudai. Akin Maramoto. Sheena Chang Meany. Afifa Mazur. Tatiana Lourdes Olalde. Catherine Isabel Perrine. Jacqueline Stephanie Vargas Niebles. Sergio Nuno. Hector Kareem Osama Mavrakis. Adon U. Morales. Zion Paul Nolan. Anna Sujinda Pengsak Muang. Twinkle Mickey Shaw. Tran Kal Nguyen. Jessica Alicia McLaurin. Austin Taylor Richardson. Christian Resendiz. Zachary Taylor Rendulic. Andrew Earl Powell. Sanjana Sridhar. Cameron Edward Steele. Nicole Alexandra Ponce. Jacob Benjamin Sills. Quinlan Audrey Kuzmiak Shearer. Lucky Buin Savanakoth. Austin Charles Smale. Sarah Jo Salinas. Athena Zoe Shen. Sahanya Rocha. Brian Alexander Cedillo. Madison Marie Teeter. Charlene Van Zyl. Josue Ivan Flores Romero. Alessandra Bautista Bell. Hayden Calvo Steffes. Nathan Christopher Truong. Jenna Christine Doyle. James Philip Grant. Hayden Ashley Dillard. Ian Alexander Hoke. Valerie Marie Vasquez. Colin Charles Kelly. Elena Morgan Wilson. Lily K. Pierres. Connor Anthony Vaith. Nicholas Todd Young. Luis Enrique Perez Toro. Daniel Thomas Jaska. Evan Andrew Urban. Chase Garrett Horton. Jeffrey Daniel Dickinson. Chang Hong Liang. Watkin Harrington Jones. Cassie Nicole Wilford.
Graduates receiving a master's degree, please come forward as your name is called. Dante Jaramillo. Madison Noel Armstrong. Jasmine Kamar Jones. Diamond Elizabeth Beverly. Elmira Bagarzadeh.
This concludes the presentation of degrees.
Congratulations, one and all. I would like to thank the university staff who planned and executed the commencement ceremonies today and express my appreciation to faculty and administrators who gave their time today to participate. And now, Comets, we have one last assignment for you. Would you please rise as able? And now, move your tassels from the right side to the left side. For those of you with class rings, I invite you to turn them so that they face away from you to point outward toward your future, symbolically pointing to your place in the larger world of UT Dallas alumni. Good. All done? Let me be the first to offer my warmest congratulations to you and my very best wishes for a prosperous and joyful future. In addition to earning the degrees conferred upon you today, you have earned the right to be associated with a very special group of individuals. You may now call yourself alumni of the University of Texas at Dallas. That's right, we've been practicing this applause, So I know for a fact that we have some alumni with us today. Could I ask all UT Dallas graduates in the ATC lecture hall to join our new alumni and stand to be recognized? Any? Yes. This day marks a wonderful milestone, not only in your lives, but also in the life of the university. I wish you all the best as you go into your new lives as graduates of the University of Texas at Dallas. Enjoy your day of celebration with your family and friends and return to us soon. And now, I ask for all to please rise as able and join us for the singing of the UT Dallas alma mater, led by the UT Chamber Singers. Yes.
Music
You will have noticed the crystal clear sound. It was obviously recorded in our third floor recording studio upstairs. Graduates, please remain standing. Will the audience please be seated? In a moment, the administration and faculty will recess through the rear doors of the lecture hall, after which our graduates will also recess. Graduates, pay attention to the staff from the School of Arts, Technology, and Emerging Communication as they ask you to recess one row at a time. Once the graduates have left, friends and family may exit out the south doors of the building and turn left and join us and the graduates in the Davidson Gandhi Alumni Center. Thank you all for being with us and for celebrating our very special graduates. Thank you.